So I'm with Tino. We're on the Hook 82 Sweetomation, which is one of my favourite boats. I think one of yours as well. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about her.
Well, like we said, if you prompted me, I wouldn't go too far and wide. But I've been on the boat 15 years now.
So you joined
traveled-
when the new owner joined, didn't you?
I've joined together with the recent owner and the new owner, and took over in a way to facilitate the dream he had of going cruising on a boat. The boat was ideal for that because it is a cruising yacht blown into the luxury world.
But I think the thing that's special about Sweetomotion, which I remember when we brought her to the Palma Boat Show, and you had brought her from Galicia, and you were so excited about how the boat sailed.
Oh, she does.
And
she
that
sails
is-
like she's an
that is
ocean.
the magic.
She's an ocean greyhound. She's a passage maker extraordinaire. She's safe. She's solid. She's bulletproof. You know, every crossing, every long trip I did, I had crew stepping off the boat that was amazed about the trip we done. I get the same feeling every time I sail her. Like I said, it's a solid cruising boat. She's not an ocean racer. She's a safe and solid cruising boat that is still, you know, small enough that you can take her into secluded anchorages. You
I
can
think
go
that's another
close to
thing,
the
isn't it?
beaches.
Yeah.
You can use her being part of the cruising world if you want to be, or you can set her up in a marina and she's looking as glorious as we've seen in the pictures.
yeah.
Now, I really think she's quite a unique boat in having feet
Those
in both
two-
those worlds.
Yes, I think so, because you know she's super yacht size, and yet she's cruising yachtsman. I mean, she's like an onion because there's so many things to the boat. Do you know what I mean? Because she's got she you can control her from the helm. She was built for a guy that didn't want crew. She's got in-boom furling. She's got self-tacking jib. She's got really easy anchoring control. Fantastic steering control. The dinghy lives under deck. Very, very good. She's got this deck saloon that we're sitting in at the moment, which is a proper deck saloon. It's not just a pod on the deck. It's somewhere where you can have this chat, have dinner, watch.
Have a full view. Have a full view of
Just
your surroundings,
light,
even while you're
bright.
sailing. No, she's loaded with automation and systems, all working well, all having redundancy systems in case something does not work well. She's really easy to handle in that sense. You know, watch keeping, like you suggest, often is done from in here. Yet again, she's a sailing boat where you want to be outside, you want to experience the
But
the
then, of course, the cockpit
adventure.
is fully covered bimini.
Correct.
Everything is safe.
Yeah.
The boat has bulwarks. She's totally set up for if you have small people on board, if you have people that are, that aren't sailors, that aren't quite so, don't get around quite so easily. Everything is here to make it safe and secure for them.
Yeah.
And of course, I love the
Now, a
boats.
lot of people mention she's like a luxury apartment down below,
Yeah.
and a yacht on the outside,
Yeah.
and that carries on while you're sailing, whether you heeled or not. But the feeling inside the boat is that you're in a perfectly safe, dry environment with all the amenities, and when you're outside, you're in a proper moving cruising boat.
And the other thing, of course, is this owner, he didn't just have her and have you on board. She went places. I mean,
We did. We
you've
cruised back
been-
and forth the Atlantic. We went all the way up to Maine and Nova Scotia. We did a cruise all the way through the Med, leading up into the Black Sea,
Wow.
past Istanbul, past the
Really?
whole lot. Oh yeah.
That was
No, we
stunning,
explored
wasn't
every little corner of the Med over the years. And like I said, the Caribbean, which is one of my home playgrounds, including all the coast up on the east coast of the United States. We had plans for round the world voyages, or at least sticking our nose out into the Pacific and cruising down those coasts. That never materialized, but it's the kind of boat to easily take a family, young couple, small group in full comfort around the world.
And so what sort of speed do you passage plan at?
As a passage planner, as a 24-hour run, 180 miles without any doubt.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I mean, as a planner, we're doing 180 miles. She can do a bit more, 190. If we're touching 200, that's good. You know, anything above 200 is record runs. And sometimes if it's light, you know, we can do 160, 170, and depends how
As with
often
all
you
boats,
wanna. Yeah, and it depends. But you know, I've done crossings where I used all the 3 tons of diesel before even reaching Antigua and being becalmed, actually waiting for wind. And I've done crossings where I hadn't turned on the engine since leaving Tenerife, and we sailed into Antigua, and we used 300 liters of diesel for generating purposes. That was it. She's got the potential.
Okay. And so, while she's been on this program, she's also had a lot of refit.
Correct. We've done a system of continuous maintenance, which is the idea is that you change sails, parts, equipment before it breaks, preventative treatment, maintenance. We've done a few what you would term major refits, one actually shortly after purchase in 2011. We did one in we did the first one, a full recoke of the deck and a repaint in Croatia. The follow big refit was 2016 that you mentioned in the United States in Savannah, which was again a repaint, major technical upgrades in the engine room, new air condition systems, the whole electronic, you name it. The most recent major refit was 2023, done here in Spain. Yet again a repaint, the rig out, which we'd already done in 2016 the last time, a rig repaint, a complete check over, the new decks obviously in 2023 that was really needed now. They're looking great. A lot of other stuff, full documentation on the most recent refit for sure, and a lot of the previous ones also in photographic and documentation.
But even now, you know, the bow thrusters just come back from Hydromar as a complete rebuild.
And that was the latest.
High power bank, you know, traction batteries, they're all replaced.
These are jobs, to be honest, that you could go on for a long time. We're permanently periodically replacing sails. None of the sails is older than, I think at the moment we're talking 5 years. The bow thruster was a big project that had been on the shelf for a while, so we left that a bit longer than we should have. That is now completely rebuilt by the manufacturers. More recent work was some deck recorking that needed doing, paint repairs that needed, you know, touch-ups that we had to do. A lot of varnishing work. That's another continuous
never stops,
issue on this boat, of
course. But on the other hand, she has covers for her covers.
We have full protective covers, like I said to you, canvas covers to take care of every varnished area of the hull, of the superstructure. The winches are covered. You know, she's well prepared for longer layups, but the maintenance is one of, like I explained, preventative, ongoing.
So I'm going to ask you a really hard question. Okay, so this is it. What do you love most about Sweet Emotion?
It's her sailing style. It's the ease and the power and the safety that comes with taking her into any kind of weather. That is really fantastic, and the way that every crew member that had joined me crew members and guests that joined me over the years have expressed exactly that same thing, that there was never a feeling of we're pushing this boat too hard, you know. And that, you know, combined with the fact that you can put the dinghy away, that you can, this combination of being on a large-ish sailing yacht, but having it as a manual boat, as you know, that you feel that you have under control.
Okay, yes, because she's, what do they say, the success of being a really good captain is when everybody wants to come back tomorrow, and I think everybody wants to come back tomorrow onto Sweet Emotion.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that wouldn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So now she's prepared for the season, plug and play, no program, waiting for a new owner.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.